Okay, we're ready to get this going. Um, Preacher Robbie, can you open us with prayer, please?
Let's pray, guys. Father, thank you so much for today, Father, and I thank you for the group of folks that are here to learn and be equipped for this amazing event that is going to be hosted here, Father. We just pray that as we gather together and we learn what we need to learn, that we will be ready to engage and have a great time with our honored guests when they come. Father, I thank you for the ladies and the team that has put this together and for all the time that they've put into it. I just pray you just bless them real good. I pray that you son Jesus Christ's name, amen.
I'm going to introduce myself.
Okay.
First of all, thank you so much. We are so excited and we appreciate every one of you. This is means a lot to us and to our family, but it also means a lot, I think, to the community. My name is Rhonda Ventura. For those that may not know me, I've been a member here at Hollybrook. I'm thinking over 10 years. I don't even know. And so my daughter Audrey's over here, and she's going to be one of our guests. And so we've been on a journey, a special needs journey, for quite a while. Like I said, just thank you for making us feel loved and accepted. It's huge.
You said you weren't gonna cry.
I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead. I'm Tara Perkins. I've been a member of Hollybrook for about a year and a half. And my daughter is also special needs. Her name is Amber. She's outside doing her laps. And we've always been praying for a home where we felt welcome. And this is it. We feel very welcome here. And we want to thank every one of you for making us feel loved and welcome. This is our event, Not to Shine. And I wanted to start out with some very great news. Starting February 11th, we're going to be having a special needs Sunday school class. Yes. We've already got teachers and assistants and everything's just falling into place. So it is a huge praise. Our event is Not to Shine, and it's February 9th from 6 to 9. This is mainly going to be for buddies, but it's going to include everybody because the buddies job is very large. And we're not sure if you're going to be paired for certain, boy and boy guest or female and female guest. The reason is because, numbers vary. We're going to try to keep it boy and boy and girl and girl. One of the things that we want to cover today is some of these kids are very loving and they want to hug and they want to, give you a kiss or whatever. No. Remember, we are buddies. We're not boyfriends or girlfriends or anything like that. We have to remain as buddies. And some kids don't have depth perception, like Amber and Audrey. So if you can say, well, do I need to hang on to you? And they'll say, oh, yes. And they'll grab your hand. And down you go. And you may have to remind them, step up, step down, watch out for that wall. Some people don't even see walls. So you don't want them walking into the door, okay? Another thing, if you have a wheelchair guest, you don't want to bend down and talk to them right in their face. You treat them like they're a short person. You talk to the special needs like you would anybody else. You don't talk baby talk or shorten your words or anything like that. You talk to them like they're your buddy, just your good friend. And they'll remember a lot. And some of them will surprise you about what they remember. So that is a little short thing. And then buddies and volunteers and everybody else, there's an opening on the front of the church over here. It's to the Welcome Center. We ask that you park in the Church of Christ parking lot. We have permission to use their lot. So park over there. If you're not able to walk all the way because you're at the kitchen or whatever, bad knees, park on this side of the church. All of our guests will be coming around and parking over here, from what I understand. Okay? They will be entering, going to the registration, picking up their name badges. Okay? If you come in this church at all on February 9th, remember, stop at the registration first. See Miss Jean. She's right there at the computer. Pick up your name badge, and you'll be waiting there for your buddy to arrive. When your buddy gets here, on the back of their name badge will be their food allergies, a contact phone number, and who they are to leave with at the end of the event. Make sure it always has the name facing up, because we don't want that personal information being on the internet. Try to always keep it. Now, if they sit there and your guest starts pulling at it and it's a sensory issue, you can always remove it off of the front and pin it on their back. That way it doesn't irritate or cause any issues with grabbing or whatever. Now, all of these badges are on a clip without teeth, so it will not harm any fabrics, okay?
And at any time, if you feel uncomfortable, we're going to have floaters around. We're going to have people that are going to be, we're just going to be just doing that because that's just how we live. You just raise your hand or just come to us and we can help you with any type of situation that might be uncomfortable. I know if you're not around special needs, it's a little scary at first, but then you get to and then you realize that they're just people. They want to be loved, accepted, treated kindly. So, but like I said, if you are unsure about anything, do not hesitate to grab one of the floaters or to grab one of us.
If you have a special needs guest that is really wanting to hug you, wanting to make contact, all you can do sometimes is do a sideways hug. If they come at you and they're going, "Oh, hug me," big frontal hug, we don't want to do that. We want to jerk to the side and go, "Oh yes," give them a shoulder hug, from the side. And if that does not work, you can always throw your hands up in front of you and go, "Oh, hi, how are you?" Or, "Oh, fist bump."
Or a high five.
Or high five, whatever, stick it out, kind of like, "Stop, let's do high five," And they get the hint pretty quick. Not all of them, but some of them. What else?
And also, some of our guests may be slow to process. So you may ask them, or if they want something, and it may take a little while. They'll think about it, and then they'll let you know. Some may be nonverbal. My daughter's nonverbal, but at the same time, she will let you know yes or no. And you can give them an option. Would you like this? And yes or no. So, and like I said, at any time, just give it. Just raise your hand or just come to us, and we will be glad to help you with any kind of questions or maybe dealing with a situation.
Now, when it comes to the meals, let's go ahead and start at the Welcome Center. You get your badge, your guest arrives, they go through the salon area, they get their hair done or their makeup on or their lip gloss on. There's going to be mirrors, and I'll tell you right now, don't get upset if they don't want to stop at the salon area. I have heard girls go, "Oh no, I look good." Okay? They don't want that makeup. They don't want their hair done. They're already set and ready to go dance and party. Okay? They're into this. And then once they go through the salon area and they look at themselves or whatever they want to do, there will be a balloon column right here, a trail, through this area of the gym, and it will kind of funnel them into this hallway out into the party van. They will get into the party van. Buddies, if the van is full, walk down to the red carpet. Wait on your guest to be there. If you see that there's only one or two guests on that party van, feel free to get on the party van with them, but never, ever be one-on-one with a guest. Okay, we're going to have bathroom attendants. We're going to have a changing room for undergarments. We're going to have the sensory room in here, and we have to never, ever be one-on-one with any guest. Now, when it comes to being one-on-one, you see that situation arising, you grab a host. You grab someone that's floating around and say, look, they need to go to the bathroom, and there's no one here to supervise the bathroom. Never be one-on-one inside that bathroom. You can leave the door propped open. There's stalls. They're covered. It's not anything going to be seen. Yes, ma'am.
Tara, are you saying that they're gonna go into the van by themselves?
They can if there's a lot of guests all at once. You can walk down to the red carpet and pick up your guest down there. If you want to ride with your guest, feel free to ride with your guest.
Okay, it's not mandatory.
No.
What I'm asking is because it's he said no one-on-one.
Right, but you won't be alone in that van with your guest. There will be other guests and other buddies. Right.
Cheryl,
Yes,
will that van have a wheelchair accessibility?
I'm not certain. I don't think so.
But we have guests that be in wheelchairs.
Yes,
So
sir.
that means if it doesn't, we'll have to lift the guest up in the wheelchair and put them in the van. Is that correct?
Yes, I believe so. And if the parent or caregiver or the guest say, oh no, just wheel them through the gym, down to the red carpet, and let them go up the red carpet.
If they say, yeah, I wanna ride that van, we gotta get them in there somehow.
We have plenty of
If he
people.
doesn't have a wheelchair.
We have,
I don't know what the party van is.
it's this great big old huge black van that has been rented for us, and it's all lit up inside and big couches inside, and the people go in, and I think they play music in there, don't they?
They're just gonna drive around and
They're just going to leave the covered area right here, drive around the church, and come back up over here at the CLC where there's going to be the red carpet. Now, when you get out of the van, as a buddy, remember it's their night to shine. So you let the guest off. You follow the guest. Don't be beside them unless they ask you to be because of depth perception problems or something like that. But walk behind them. Let them get all of the pictures and all the glamour and all like that. There's going to be people cheering them down the red carpet. Now, when you get to the red carpet, if your guest has sensory problems like with hearing or with sight, you're going to have a sign in the van and it says silent. There won't be any cheering. We will, yay, like that, yeah. And we'll kind of pretend to clap. I'm trying to get maybe some signs printed up that say, yay, and cheer, and let people hold those out for them. That way it doesn't overload those people. If they are hearing sensitive or light sensitive, there is, after the red carpet, the dance area in the CLC. In the dance area, there's going to be loud music, there's going to be karaoke, there's going to be lights. If that bothers them, say, do you want to go in or do you want to go over to the sensory room? If they say, oh, let's go to the sensory room, this is our sensory room. Okay, they can come in this indoor in the gym. They come down here. There will be therapy dogs. There will be the ETCIL providing all of these nice sensory things in here for us to do. And they can either stay in here for a while and get their head straight about the noise and the lights and go back out, or they can stay in here for a while. And whatever you do, don't leave your guest alone. Remember, you're their buddy, okay?
what's ETCIL?
East Texas Center for Independent Living. They're out of Tyler. They're a very nice organization. They're going to be helping us with all that. Yes? Question?
I was just gonna say, so, again, so, you and your buddy want that.
Right, right. If for some reason the ladies that are men in this and the gentlemen, if they are not in here due to bathroom break, whatever, don't come in here by yourself. You stay out in the hallway or out in the gym area and say, as soon as they get back, we'll go in. It'll be fun. Can't wait, and kind of get them going, and say, okay. So when you see them come back in, you can come back in. But I think that there is going to be a lot of volunteers in here, and I don't think that will happen. But just in case, we have to cover. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the photo booth. At what point is that?
That is going to be, that's after they do the salon. And once they're down there dancing, if they say, I'm tired, I want to have my picture made, they'll tell you. You come down here, you get your picture made. There's a serious, glamorous photo booth, and they can go right to the printer between the two photo booths, because the other one is a funny, with funny mouths and a funny little hat on a stick, all like that. And the printer will print out your picture, and that's your buddy's picture, your guest picture. And if they want you in the picture, get in there. Enjoy yourselves. This is your time to get to know your guest and get to know these special people that bring a lot of joy. Okay? Yes?
I was gonna say, on the dancing area, will you not have flashing strobe lights?
There is not any flashing. There's no
Because you
strobing.
have people that have epilepsy.
That is seizure causing. So we have tried to think of everything, but this is our first year. So welcome all of my little guinea pigs.
So where will the parents be?
The parents are going to be upstairs, right above us, in the respite room. And each one of the floaters, especially Preacher Robbie, Johnny, Jean, me, Rhonda, Preacher David, we're going to have radios. If you have a situation at your table, say they're choking, there's going to be a red paper plate. You hold it up. EMTs are coming to you. We're going to have an ambulance on campus during the event. We have an EMT. We have RNs, LVNs, nurse practitioners. We even have a pediatric surgeon here. So anything that happens, we're kind of prepared for. I pray. We're praying. Okay. The parents, if the parent is needed, we're not qualified at all to change any undergarments, and we're not qualified to do any feeding tubes. We're not qualified to do any of that. So when it comes time for something like that, if that was to happen, caregivers know, hey, this person needs to be fed before they get here, or this person needs to come down and I'll have to feed them at the event. At that point, if no one shows up and they have to be fed, you raise a hand, do something, get someone's attention. We'll get on the radio. We'll call the respite room. Respite room will send the caregiver down to you. Okay? Even if they just start going, I want my mom. Okay? Then let us know. We'll call mom down. Mom will take care of the situation, I pray. Okay?
Most, in fact, all the guests will have, if there's issues that they may have, in the back of the card, so we'll know, and hopefully we can anticipate things. And as a parent, I know what Audrey needs. I know what's going to set. I know all these kinds of things. So I would just be up there, just waiting, because that's just what we do. And so don't be, I guess, alarmed, because we're hoping that we're going to anticipate everything, and that we will have help here. There's worst case scenarios all the time, so we're trying to get everything covered, and we don't ever get to the point to where it's not going to be out of control.
Yes, ma'am.
You mentioned eating.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I understand they will arrive at registration.
Yes,
go
ma'am.
Through the fashion area
Mhm.
with makeup. And then the idea is they go out to the
Van.
portico and get on the van and go to the dance. When do they eat?
We are planning on 8 o'clock. Okay. The foundation still hasn't sent us a time on when the Tim Tebow will be sent to us by live feed. The live feed will be here in the gym area, and they will be sitting, hopefully finished eating by that time, so that they can then be crowned king and queen. And then there will be one final song and a blessing of everybody to go home, and then it's over. At 9 o'clock, there's going to be a cookie bar over here at the end of the gym on this opposite side of the photo booth, and it's going to have white paper sacks on it. There will be gluten-free, nut-free, and regular cookies. and there will be little black backpacks. And the ladies from the kitchen, they're going to be just handing out cookies and backpacks and handing everybody a gift to go home. And then it's over, 9 o'clock. Gotta go home. Yes, ma'am.
How many guests are registered right now?
Right. Well, we're praying for 150 guests. That's what we're praying for. And God willing, we'll have it. But if not, right now we have how many registered, Miss Jean? Do you know? 30. We have 30 registered. 31 registered. So with that, you know, we still have 2 weeks and a day.
And if they're anything like me, because we just, and because of the situations we have health-wise, we don't really know until a couple of days ahead. Sometimes we can plan all we want to, but that's not necessarily what's gonna happen. So that's why we're probably wait for the last week, and I think we'll pray that numbers go up.
Edsel has ETCIL, the East Texas Center for Independent Living. We just got accepted with GoBus. We're partnering with them to try to get some of our consumers to become friends.
Oh, nice.
So,
Yes.
from our end.
Nice.
These are some of the ladies from the East Texas Center for Independent Living that will be doing the sensory room.
Yes. 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 Yes, sir.
People will pay much more than that.
Pardon me?
More than,
No, I don't care if
We're gonna
they
handle
if
it.
our guests show up in a pair of sweats and a t-shirt. Come on in. We're here. I don't care what they look like. Yes, it is labeled semi-formal to formal. We ask all of our volunteers to dress that way, even if it's just Sunday best. We want them to feel honored. We want them to feel special. And if we show up in jeans and a t-shirt, they're not going to feel like, hey, I'm really at a prom. And that's one of the things that we want to push. The main objective of this whole big night is to spread the word of God. And if we can just reach one person with a seed, that's our goal. Okay? We have to spread the word to all people, not just the ones that can see or hear or walk. All people. There will be dogs, therapy dogs. And I didn't know it, but she can dress these dogs up. You got to see some pictures of my chickens. No chickens, no. But no therapy chickens, no. I figured that out.
Did you say that there would be live feed to the parents?
Yes, there is a live feed from the CLC, the dancing area with karaoke and music, to the parents in the respite room. There will be no sound because that would make a racket that would not be very calming to parents. So now in this area, there's not going to be a live feed. It's a lot of extra going on if we have two different feeds. So what the parents are allowed to do, there's going to be tables up by the railing on the second floor. They can come out and enjoy their meal on that second floor at tables and watch their guest eat. Okay, they can watch their child enjoy their supper. And if they can stand there and say, oh, something's not right there, they're going to come down and talk to you. So kind of familiarize yourself with the guests, parents, or whatever. Now, just to let you know, not all guests are going to have a parent. A lot of parents come and drop off. We even have some special needs people that drive. Okay? So if on the back of their tag, if there is not a pickup person, then they probably drove themselves. Okay? So that's just to give y'all a heads up. Yes, sir.
So, will there be a choice in the flag get partnered with? Because I have some students that have siblings that are special.
Tell them to sign up and then request it.
Yeah, there's a box there that, for notes, and you can just put it there.
My
That would be
sister,
amazing.
my sister's coming all the way from Odessa to be Amber's buddy, and she's requested it.
I was curious.
So, no, good question. Yes,
You said that there'll be some who don't have parents.
right.
If you have an issue.
The host. You find a host, whatever the issue is, and we'll be there to put out any fires. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
You talked about eating. What are they gonna eat?
Oh, buddies, y'all are gonna love it. No, it is chicken strips, French fries, a salad, and a roll, and they will have drinks, and they'll have a choice of sweet tea, unsweet tea, lemonade, or a bottled water. My suggestion is when you come in from dancing, have your buddy pick out their place at the table where they want to sit. That's a good place to leave your pictures. That's a good place to leave your drink. And then when you come back over from dancing, or if they just want to sit at the table for a while, they can. Okay? It's not we have to do this at this time and this at this time and this at this time. It's not like that. It's whatever they want to do to enjoy the night. And we're there to help them do it. Any other questions?
Sir?
Yes.
Where would be the seating at the table? 4, 6, whatever?
6, isn't it?
Get 6.
I know we have
That's a Patsy
6.
question.
And then,
6.
okay.
6 at a table.
And then also too, for all of y'all who know Alma, she'll be in charge of the food, so.
Yes.
We know it's gonna be good, even though it's gonna be chicken strips.
Well, it's better than nothing at all.
I know, but, you know, and hopefully there's gonna be plenty of ranch, or, I don't know.
Um,
I have someone who does ranch with everything.
Audrey. Miss Audrey.
But I heard that volunteers don't eat.
A lot of the volunteers may not get any food. That's correct. Buddies will be fed with the guest. There's going to be one of those. So if you are volunteering in something other than a buddy roll, you might want to bring a lunch, eat right beforehand. We're asking everyone to be here at 5, eat a late supper. If you are a buddy, when it comes to eating, we're going to try to have a certain number of tables go at once, and get buddies only. We'll go up to the kitchen, get the plate. This is my guest allergies. They will fix the plates accordingly. You take your plate and the buddy's plate back to the table. You sit down. You help them with whatever they need, whether it's cutting up or maybe helping them hold the fork, whatever it is. Okay? A lot of people with the chicken strips, they'll just pick them up and eat them. And that's fine too. Yes, ma'am.
At what point do we know what our job is?
We're going to be assigning jobs next week. We're trying to make sure everybody gets where they want. And at the end of next week, like I said, we're going to have guests coming in, not even registered, and we're going to have to register the guest at that time. And if that was to happen, you may be pulled the last day from, say, respite room down to buddy. It depends on how many we have. Yes, ma'am.
The respite room, there will be snacks or sandwiches for those parents.
Yes,
Brookshire is
those
providing.
are being provided by Brookshire's. Yes, ma'am.
Will we know at 5 o'clock what we're gonna be?
I pray so.
Well, will it happen before that?
I hope to have it all done this week, this coming week. And then Miss Jean has everybody's emails. So if you see an email from HBBC or Hollywood Baptist, don't trash it. Get it out of your spam. Read it, because that's probably your assignment. Okay? If Miss Jean doesn't send it, then Miss Lorraine or me or somebody, we're going to be getting in touch with you somehow to get your assignments. Okay? And if there is someone that you want to buddy with, like I said, put it on your registration form. Hey, I want to be so-and-so's buddy, and that's who you'll be. Yes, sir.
And as Rhonda said, we have to be very fluid here, because we may have people signing up 3 days before, 2 days before, and we wanna have all that done next week, or we may not even know who all.
Right, right.
We have to be rigidly flexible. Rigid.
Yes.
Whatever it is, we
Yes,
have
sir.
to be that.
That's fine.
because
Thank you,
it's
sir.
gonna be a very fluid thing that happens over the next 2 weeks.
Right.
And two, that's just, that's kind of like our life. You know, when you have a special needs child or adult, that's just your life. You go with the flow, and sometimes you go with the punches.
Yes, sir.
There had been something said earlier about, outfit clothing when the, guests.
Mhm.
How is that gonna work? Is that gonna be like the, makeup area?
Yes, sir.
Stuff around, somebody,
They can register, and if they at that time say, "Oh, but I don't have a prom dress," well, what size do you wear? We may have one to fit you. If they say, "Oh, I don't have a suit," well, what size do you wear? We might have one to fit you. We have a sponsor who's helping us, and they have a bunch of sports coats, and they've given all of those to us for free. And if your guest says, "Well, I want a sports coat," they're going to be hanging right there, and they can put their sports coat on.
they'll have like ties.
They will be given either a blue bow tie or a white bow tie, and they'll have on their little coats. And the boys will get a comb, and everybody can look at themselves in the mirror as they go by. And the girls, there is a hair salon. I assume they can do boys' hair too, if they would like. And they're doing makeup, and if they think that they just look too good for makeup, they can have a free lip gloss to go home.
Also, too, at the same time that our Night to Shine is going on, they're going to be in 55 countries at the same time. Night to Shine going on. So this is worldwide, and it's huge. And so we like the party bus. We ideally would have liked to have had a limo, but we are rural, and there's just a lot of places that or a lot of things that we wouldn't be able to get that bigger
Closer to
towns,
town.
closer town kind of thing. So we're gonna make it Hollybrook style, and so there might be some kind of things. So also too, I know they've played the Night to Shine video in church. If you attend Hollybrook, if you do not, or if you haven't seen it, if you'll go onto YouTube and look for Night to Shine, and you'll see the Tim Tebow video will show up, and that kind of will show you a way to, or it'll show you what the night is going to be about. So it kind of gives you a clue about what's going on. And I know we probably are not describing this as awesome as it's going to be. This is our first year, and so we are. We're two stay-at-home moms with special needs kids, so we're learning just as everyone else is learning. So thank y'all, and I just thank y'all for just for volunteering again. It means a whole lot.
Did you have a question?
If someone, this is the live schedule training, if someone signs up to volunteer the next 2 weeks, how would they get?
Okay, I've been praying about this, and it has been suggested, and I don't remember who said it, but it's been a really good idea. And so we're recording today's training, and it's going to be on YouTube. Is that right, Mr. Robbie? YouTube and our website at HBBC. Is that correct? Is that live? And so it's just one of those things that we just can't do any more trainings. We have everything else we're trying to complete and do. And we are trying to fulfill every bit of our obligation with the foundation. Yes, ma'am.
Will each guest have a little bag for them to put the lip balm or the comb or the whatever pictures or whatever they have?
Well, that's a loaded question, isn't it?
It's fluid right now.
We this is our first time. This is our first time to do this, and right now our best thing is to say, well, get your picture made, set your picture down at the table where you're going to be eating lunch or supper, and leave your lip gloss there, or whatever. Now, I did mention the photo booth has the stick funny faces and the little stick hats and stuff like that. There's going to be a trash can there. Throw it away, because we don't want all of that on somebody else's little face. You know, we don't know who has the flu or who has a runny nose. We don't want to spread that. Throw it away. If they don't want to throw it away, they can hang on to it, but it needs to stay at the table, because we don't want anybody out there doing one of these and dancing and having a fun time and go in somebody's eye with a stick. Yes, ma'am.
Because if they have those objects, you're saying find a table place first before they go to the meeting.
No. No.
So we just hold on to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like I said, that's still fluid, so we're still trying to figure out if maybe we want to do the bags so that we have a place to put their things, so that we're just still,
We're trying.
yeah. So,
We're
but anyway,
trying.
but we'll let you know. You will know, as you come in, we will let y'all know.
What's in the backpacks they're gonna get as they leave? Is that what kind of
It's,
thing is that?
what is it called? A
A
swag bag. A swag bag.
So there's things that have been donated, there's things, just little things for them to be able to take home. We'll also have information about Hollybrook and our special needs ministry and those type of things. So it's just something, a keepsake kind of thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you have advertised in the newspapers like Tyler.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We've had 2 TV interviews. You can see those on our Facebook page or on our website at hbbc.live. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Donations of prom dresses.
If you're willing to give them, we're willing to take them, because when they show up, if they're going, you know, I'd really like to have one, and they are in sweats or jeans or whatever, I'm willing to help them if I can.
One of our fund members had the same question, she said she worked with dresses that she
Right now, our prom dresses and our suit coats are in storage, and we'll be bringing them out and hanging them up, and maybe someone can take them home.
where would she bring them?
She can bring them up here to the church office, and I'll be picking them up and putting them in storage until it's time. Monday through Thursday at 8:30 to 4, 8 to 4:30. Yes. Prom dresses, Mr. Jim.
Financially, they're talking about gowns.
I don't have any. He cracks me up. Okay, any other questions? Yes, sir.
Tara, so this is gonna be a yearly event for HBC?
That's our
Pray.
plan. God willing, we're going to do it.
So,
God
and this is a jump start to our special needs ministry that Brother David has wanted to do for
I think you missed it.
time.
Already is announced the Sunday
Well, I
school.
know, but also too, this is, so we want to, for everyone that goes home in the bag, that we want to give them that information. As some of you may know or may not know, but a lot of our families with special needs people, a lot of times it's just easier to stay home because it's so hard to get out. And then once you get out, then you have people that maybe not necessarily understand, and so that's a hard thing too. So we just prayed, if you all would just pray for it, because we really want to reach a lot of the underserved communities. Because if we can bring them in and share Jesus with them, we can share it with their families. We can change families. So I just, if y'all would just keep us in prayer.
Yes. Right. There. Yes. 4 or 5 others. Only as a parent of a guest. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
And also for the respite room, that's for the parents and caretakers. So we also are hoping that we get to pamper them and let them have some relaxation, just not having to worry about feeding your child. And so we want to make that also something nice for them. And also too, if there's anything you would like to donate, or if you know of anyone that would like to donate, we are open to donations, and also maybe even ideas for next year or even for this year. So we're, like I said, it's very fluid right now, and so we're just learning.
Some things are nailed.
Some things are.
Is there any other questions? All right. Yes, yes. You have to be 15 or older to be a volunteer. And to be a guest of Night to Shine, 14 or older. We ask for our volunteers to be at least a year older than our guest so that there is a visual of, hey, they are older than me and I need to do what they ask. That's a lot of mentality right there. And sometimes that works and sometimes it don't. But if that's the case, it's all in God's hands. And that's what the hosts do. We help you with everything that we can. Any other questions? No?
That's the age of our guest, 14 and up to
The guest.
100.
Oh, up to 110. When you park, you need to be here at 5. You need to come into the Welcome Center and see Miss Jean. She'll have your badge, okay?